Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ragin' With. This is episode number 77. Today, I am joined once again by the beautiful and talented Miss Daphne Lage.
Aw, flattery
I,
gets you everywhere, my
I
dear.
know it does from simp to pimp in 1 year flat. What? Anyway, right after this intro, we're gonna launch Life on Cora 5 with Mr. Mike Jimmy, America's favorite ginger.
From the Netherlands. Raging.
And we are back. I'm gonna drop this card so we can see all these mugs.
Right. Oh!
Oh shit!
Oh, no,
God,
no,
you people are uglier
shame,
than I remember.
shame.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
We're live.
I mean, it's like at least Nita is the only one that thought of putting makeup on.
That's why I'm green.
Well, you know.
We're artists. We're working.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's like,
I
you
just
know.
have to smile and look pretty.
Yeah. Why, yes, Nita, and run the board, you know, because so I guess we should make the rounds as in terms of introductions here. So hello everybody, my name is Daphne Lage, and I will be filling in for Meredith Logren, who is out. She's not feeling well, so hopefully she'll be better soon. So she'll be joining us back. And so, like I said, my name's Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. And I've been self-publishing comics since 1992. And I am known for the funny animal fantasy adventure Tall Tales right here, which we're in the process of fulfilling for Kickstarter. And I'm also known for my medieval fantasy soap opera Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which currently has a pre-launch page up. So if you go to my website, eagleworks.com, you can sign up to get notified when that campaign launches in March. You can read both my comics online at Tall Tales, TAILS online.com, and eagleworks.com, EGOWRKS. And you can check out my videos on how I make all these comics at Daphne Lage Art, LAGE Art.com. Is it .com? No, it's eagleworks.com. Look at that. I don't even know my own information, but hey. So I am joined by our lovely goth queen, Nita, who will be running the board and going through the comments. So if you want to see your comments on the screen, make sure you are nice to her, and she will grace us with your comments on screen. So Nita is I guess what, you're the co-host and producer. She's pretty much going to be the Jamie to my Joe Rogan today. So,
Yeah, baby.
and today we are joined by the illustrious Mike Jimmy of Fairies and Ends, we are launching his campaign for Cora, which I'm completely brain farting right now.
Life on Cora, issue 5.
Life on Cora, issue 5. You know what it is? Because it's like I'm working on issue 6. So I'm like, wait a minute, which issue are we on? So, hey everybody in the chat, and so take it away, Mr. Jimmy.
What up, lovelies? This is issue number 5, and I'm sorry, Nita. I know we should have spaced it, but we're already live. So Nina made a very good question. Did I send out the discount emails yet? I did. So if you can't find them in your inbox, you will find them in your spam folder.
Wow.
Unless you unsubscribe from my email list, but that got refreshed as things got up as well. So, number 5 for Dave. What the hell? Okay, I haven't checked yet. So this is holy crap.
Uh,
And we haven't
So,
even gone into anything.
right. Well. So while we're waiting, I guess since you launched the campaign already, so while we're waiting for that to kind of like give a little breather, kind of like you let wine sit for a bit. So let's move on to Marvi. So introduce yourself, Marv.
Hey, I'm Marvi. I'm a professional illustrator from Portugal and creator of the Sin Killer, and I had to be here today, so to support Mike.
Oh, you just had to be here today.
Yeah,
It's not
just
like
had
you
to
did
be
your
here.
Like you
variant
did it
covers
for
or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
right.
had to. I had to.
So we're also joined by who's our mystery guest. Maybe Mike, you can fill in on who our mystery guest down here is.
So, Sulugia, or Kim, is my writer for Cora 4 and 6. Because the writer for 3 and 5 wasn't around. But she is muted.
Yeah, I just got done with exercising, so I don't think you guys want to hear me go into the
Oh, okay.
That was sexy.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
And yes, my name's Kimberly. I wrote for Cora's issues 4 and the upcoming 6, which is done and going through production now. I'm also only here because Mike begged. I mean, he needed
Yes.
someone else here, so it was the begging, and I can't. I just can't turn down someone who's going to get down on his hands and knees and say please.
Oh no, Mike, Jimmy. I mean, it's like really, it's that hard to
Look,
get
I
get
need
people
my
to join
idea
you on the show?
machines.
So okay, so you said that you launched your campaign already, which is now on Indiegogo, right? It's like because I know that you're planning on jumping back and forth on platforms, but this one is on Indiegogo, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can we, since you launched it, can we bring it up so that we can take a look at
Yeah,
it?
pull up
Or
your share screen, Mike.
yeah.
That way you can that way you can be in control.
Yeah, the problem is if I share my screen, then my computer explodes.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
having
no.
enough trouble having two windows open.
Right. Oh, okay. So I guess Nita, that's going to be your
And-
job also today.
For the people who are looking at the top of the chat, there is a link to a special discount code that will only be active during this stream, where you can get 50% off on the RAGIN AVC variant.
Wow, there you go. Look at that. And yeah, we're gonna take a look at all the variants too when the screen comes up. So is the variant also only available during the stream,
No,
or
it's
is
gonna
going
be
to
available the whole
throughout
time.
campaign? Okay,
It's
that's
available, and all variants are normally the same price.
Uh-huh.
But because this is the intro, I figured, you know what?
Uh-huh.
I love Meredith and Nita. Let's give them something
Don't we
extra.
all? Don't we all? Yeah.
We know
it's like, man.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! So thank you to the two backers who started helping to start this campaign strong. So it's like, so we're at, so let's see, your flexible goal is $573, and we're already 140 in. So thank you very much for supporting the campaign. Why don't we run the
Hell yeah.
videos? Yeah, let's do that. Uh-oh.
Music is not.
It was It was
Right.
going so well.
It's
Oh, is it copyright music? Hopefully
It's not. It's not.
Okay.
No, it's made by my ex-roomie, so it's completely fine.
Look at that, almost expecting David Attenborough to come out. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing about Life on Cora that I always found fascinating from the very beginning. So why don't you explain what Life on Cora is for everybody in the audience who's not familiar with this series, considering this is issue 5.
So Life on Cora is a series of short stories set on a very alien world where we look at a day in the life of a certain creature every single story. So it's very much story driven. You just get one page showing the world and like, this is the world, this is how it works, have a story. And in that way, we're growing the world, we're expanding it, we are adding more lore to it. And yeah, it's just a ton of fun. Like, I got, 2 writers right now, Martin Fisher and Kimberly Kovac, who is down there. Silver Lugia, who both do an amazing job just thinking up new kinds of creatures, new storylines. And because I don't know what they're going to bring me, every single time it's a surprise, and every story is unique in its own way. And it's really wonderful stuff. And yeah, to reach 5 issues, oh man, never thought of it.
Right, yeah, especially with independent publishing. I mean, like I said, I've been around for longer than probably a lot of people in the audience have before they were even born, and the road is littered with issue 1s. It's like there's a lot of people who don't make it past issue 1, much less make it to issue 5. So so congratulations on that, because that in and of itself is a milestone. I think the next milestone is when you hit double digits.
The worst thing is I want to hit Life on Cora 10 by the end of this year.
Oh, so, very good, yeah.
That's going to be 160 pages, so I got 154 left.
Oh, there you go. But you know what? At least you're trucking along with that. Now here's the thing. So in a crowdfunding landscape that seems to be completely overwhelmed with superheroes, bad girl books, and pastel depression comics, what made you decide that this was the story you wanted to tell?
Because I'm European. That's like the superheroes and everything. It's very simple. These are like superheroes, and all the dark stuff is not the stuff that I grew up with. I grew up with Asterix, Lucky Luke, Marsupilami, all the funny, skit stuff. That all, they're graphic novels that have 48 pages every single time, and every single time you're gonna get a standalone story. That like. It's a whole different way of storytelling, but it also makes it much more fun. It makes it much easier to reach your goals, and it helps you establish yourself as an artist a lot more. Because if something doesn't work, you can pull out. With Cora, after issue 1, we had people coming back on, when is issue 2 coming? I want more of this. And I was like, okay, you know what? We're going to keep going. I see profit here.
And also, it's also one of the few books out there that you can actually say is all ages.
Yes.
Which is also, which is also another thing that it's like people talk about how it's like, oh, why isn't it people don't do all ages books and this, that, and the other thing, but then it's like it's something that really a lot of people don't do, and but Life on Cora is an all ages comic, right?
Yes, it's completely all ages. It doesn't dumb things down. There is death. It is a speculative zoology series. So it doesn't dumb it down for kids to be like, oh, I can follow this. It's just a happy little adventure story. Every single one of them, I've had grown-ups and kids just as much tell me that they want more, they love this, and that they really have a wonderful, little story that they can share with anyone. Because it doesn't offend anyone. It's fun. It's small. It's shareable, and I just want as many people to be able to read it.
And now, the Life on Korra always reminded me of this book that came out in the 80s. I think it was Dougal Dixon's Afterman, which is also
Yes.
speculative zoology. And while he was like super serious and scientific with the work, you kind of like did. I mean, I don't know. Is there like a connection between that book and Life on Korra, or is it just like you get inspiration from everywhere?
I
Was there
actually
like a
only
spurt? Yeah.
I didn't even know speculative zoology was a thing until I started Love on Korra. So the whole idea of it, like I love world building and everything. I've done that for my first comic, Sage of Sunset and stuff, and I love the wows in the background.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, by the way, for everybody who doesn't know, if you hear any weirdness in the background, it's because I share the office with a parrot, and right now his favorite word is "wow." So if you keep hearing that in the background, at least it's not the smoke detector sound. So let's just be happy with that.
we have to pull your intro from your YouTube channel and bring it over here as soon as we get you on the board.
I know, really.
But yeah, no, like I really didn't know anything about it. Then I suddenly found things like and definitely Afterman, or like there's plenty of them honestly, but there are a lot of series on YouTube right now that go into speculative zoology. Like they think of a world with like a twist, where they have a certain element that is also available as a resource, and they go completely down the food chain and the evolution chain, that I've been putting Kim and Martin through as well, and be like, watch this shit. You can learn from this. And they're going, no, we want to have fun. But yeah, no, like they are definitely inspirations, but they didn't start as inspirations. My definite inspiration was just having fun building a world, and the more I got into speculative zoology and all that jazz, the more Love and Korra went from a world building fantasy series to actual hard sci-fi. So everything in the world like makes sense. It has like a scientific explanation and everything. You don't see it because you don't need it in stories, but it is there. Like I wrote entire essays.
Well, that's that. I mean, it's like the background. Actually, it's like the background world building. Even though it doesn't show up in the story, it really does help give the foundation to it. So each issue is a different creature that's featured, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Right. So right now it's like we have like 5 issues, so it's 5 different creatures pretty much. So what's the process that you go through to decide, okay, what's the next creature,
Well,
to do the story on?
I get my 2 idea machines. They send me a pitch, going, hey, so this is my idea. This is the page by page layout, and and we go from there. And they write the script, and I just start making concepts, and it's completely up to them. It's completely, this is my world. These are the rules. Go have fun in my sandbox.
Oh, that's so it's like a collaborative.
Yeah, no, it's completely collaborative. I give them no artistic direction whatsoever, and I do the same for my colorist. Like, do what you think works within the story, how you think it should go. Like I'll edit it, of course, because I'm actually a pretty decent editor, apparently. But besides that, the stories are entirely theirs, and it's just me cranking out pages otherwise.
Right. So what would you say would be like an absolute rule in your world building? Like it's the one thing that the writers can't mess with.
No red or yellow.
I was
And
going to
they
say
hate
no
me.
red. No red. No red.
Yeah, because when I was doing the variant cover, which is also available on the campaign, by the way.
I'm gonna make Trish happy for a second.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Right. Yeah. It's like when I was coloring it, I was realized it's like, wow, there's a lot of blues. It's a lot of blues and purples.
Yeah.
Right.
Oops.
Ooh. Yeah. Whoop. So definitely a lot of blues and purples. That's like the but why specifically, like what you said, what colors with no reds and yellows? Is that what you said? Yeah. So why specifically that?
Okay, so if you look at the world, you see the big blue ball in the center, and that only gives off blue light. So the only light that will be able to show off in the color spectrum, as we would see it, would be purple, green, blue, or gray. So in that regard, and that's why everything is just blue.
That's funny. So did your writers like ever come to you with an idea that it's like you said, like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
This might not fit.
I will tell them immediately, like, this does not work because.
Oh, how many times have I do this?
Oh yeah. And the worst part is, Mark can even more than do.
Oh,
the
that's
one
funny.
document he always refers us back to that has all the rules in it when it's like, you know what, it's here. And then because we went through this with the most recent story I'm starting to write for him, he had to explain to me the whole concept of day and night because that wasn't in the document. Because I'm asking him, okay, what's the concept of day and night here? It's not in there, and I looked at it before I told you, before I went to you about it, just so he wouldn't say go back to the document.
Can you give like an example of something that was just like, no, this does not fit in the world, like what you thought it would?
The one thing that he came to me with, and it said that this doesn't work a few times, was actually the color scheme. Because when I do colors, naturally I just include all of them. So there have been a few times where I presented him with an idea, and when he's looking at it, he goes, oh, I see you included red and yellow in it. Like, for example, when it came to Life on Cora 4, when they went into the cavern with the crystals, originally it was supposed to be rainbow colored. That means all the colors like red and yellow coming from up above the water surface, which that can't work because those tones don't exist in the actual rules of the world. And then the one that's coming soon, when I had to do another different color scheme, once again, I happen to it's just as a writer's perspective, when you are so used to using these colors and then you have to kind of tone it down and realize that because the color schemes don't exist like that, you have to adapt and change it so that they do actually mix into what the world rules are.
So color is like incredibly important in this story. So when it comes to the creatures, though, it's like so aside from color, like when it comes to the creatures, because you have like I mean, to say a weird variety is kind of weird in itself to say because of the nature of the story. But like all your characters, obviously they talk, they're sentient. They have their little adventures. I think you even had like one issue where they're actually building flying machines.
Yes.
So
that is issue 2.
Right. So is there like something that these creatures shouldn't be able to do?
No. So the way the time setting for Love from Cora is that it is essentially nature taking back over. And so it's a complete sci-fi megastructure. It has been, handmade by some kind of ancient creature that I still have not divined, and will probably never do. Um, and so something completely wiped them out. So you got ruins all over the continent, but they're gone, and they left behind all their technology and all their magic, the high end tech that would even be magic for us. But you got all these tribalistic or half sentient creatures that are just trying to make their way through the world and make up their own stories, make their own world, make sense, just like we did as tribalistic humans. And so it's in that kind of way. There are a lot of civilizations. There are a lot of tribes. There are hierarchies between certain creatures and everything. But it's also still very much nature-like. So definitely in issue 2, where Tusker finds a flying machine because he really wants to learn how to fly. He knows how to use his thumbs. He doesn't know how flying works. It takes him several months, but he finally finds it out, and eventually finds a flying machine that works. And then hilarity ensues, but
Oh, of course. Yeah. Very, very gentle, family-friendly hilarity.
So, Dave, these plushies will be pretty much how many get ordered. So, if you order 100, you will get 100. Like these are mass produced, so don't worry about it.
So the thing is, okay, so because so many people were asking about the plushie, can you tell us about the character that it's based on?
Yeah.
And then, kind of, so, yeah, go ahead and tell us about the character that...
So, the plushie is this little creature here called Atsi, who is the first main character that we made. And in the first story, she breaks her wing. And she gets introduced to her four distant cousins that live on the floor of the forest, and mend her wounds, actually set her bone. So yeah, it really shows how civilized they actually are. And through healing and everything, she learns how to fly again. She heals, and she gets reunited with her own tribe up in the trees. And I love this creature. It is adorable. She makes me happy every single time I think back on just the fact that this was the very first comic that I ever made. So yeah, and she lends her design so much to making two plushies that I was like, yeah, let's make her the first plushie. She really left an impact on a lot of people with the story. So yeah, it's and these are going to be mass made. So like these 12-inch plushies, like they're 12 by 8 inches. They're big, and they're gonna make.
No, it's a good size. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love it. And yeah, they're gonna be mass produced, so right. You can order as many as you want.
I love the posable ears.
Yes. So what is actually going to happen, because in the prototype they glue together the wings, and what I'm going to do is have them make the wings posable as well.
Oh, cool.
And free it from one another. So that's going to be a feature that will not be in the final result. That will be in the final result, but is not in the prototype. Because I love the ability to just make her derpy.
Right. Yes. but that's really cool though. So okay, so this thing is still, so the plushie is still in, like, I guess, prototype. Like, you don't have like a like hundreds
I don't
of
have
these
a
things
complete box
stuff
of
in a
them
corner
yet.
right now, right? Right.
Not yet. That will
Right.
be, after the campaign.
Oh, okay, all right. So is it going? So it's going to be like to order, or it's like, or is it the type of thing where it's like you have to like do a minimum? That this is just me personally asking.
I have no. I have to make at least 100.
Okay.
But they
okay, it's not too bad.
prefer
Right.
it when I make 250. I
Right.
don't know if I'll make that much. I hope so.
Right.
Buy the plushies. They're adorable.
Well, yeah. At
But-
least everybody, at least buy 100 plushies. Because it's like, because we did a vinyl figure, and it's like, it's like to have those boxes all over the place.
I know. I have mine. It's up there. It's right behind my
Right, yeah.
banner. But
Yeah. So okay. So how's can we pull up the campaign again? Why don't we go through
Trailer, the
the
trailer.
campaign so everybody can see what.
All right, tell me
What,
what to do. I'm only on one screen.
Oh, okay. So
Tell me how
okay,
you
so we
want
saw
it.
I
that.
think
Well, just
Maybe
scroll
refresh.
down a bit.
because there's quite a few
Oh, hit a
drivers.
refresh.
For
Right.
sure.
Yes.
Okay, let's get an accurate. Oh, there we go. Jumped up 4
There we
backers.
go.
229. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're almost halfway there. So yeah. So, what's the featured level on this campaign?
So
Can you
that
tell
will
us
get
about
you all variants and the plushie. So that's going to be 8 variant
Oh.
covers by 2 out of 4 people down here. Because we got Marvy's variant and your variant, and I love them both. They are so far apart.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting to see just how everyone took these characters and just completely made it their own with each cover, which is really it's just really fascinating to see. So so why don't we talk about the variants? So
Yeah. So
Well,
you
I
have the
will
main
say
cover.
I will say one thing about the variant. I think when he showed us the adorable playtime variant, I believe
Right.
everyone in the chat just squealed.
yes, oh,
Including
absolutely,
myself.
Absolutely.
Yes. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
It's like that and the stickers, the corresponding stickers.
Yes.
Just like, yeah.
Oh my God, Gladys
You know-
is such a wonderful friend. But
So
You want-
what's the actually before we get to the variant, what's the main cover look like? So
you're
there we go.
looking
This is
at
the
it right
main
now.
cover. There we
yeah,
go.
so this is the main
There
cover.
we go. So
This is by myself. This is, showing off the creatures that we encounter, as well as the outstanding toy fun, who are what the story is about this one time around. On the Aquanid, that's giving them a ride. So they're flying through the air, and you see the scary bits, quote unquote. Yes, no, Jens, I did see you in the chat, but I've been talking nonstop, man. Oh, God.
Okay.
And then there's...
Cool, thank you.
Jesus,
I'm on 3 pages here.
relax. It's fine, it's fine. We'll go through it eventually.
wow, a lot of people in the chat today. Are you all pledging? Everybody in the chat, are you all pledging?
Yeah,
There's
Do
so
it.
many of you in the chat. Remember, pledge well, pledge often. Pledge
pledge well,
generously.
pledge often, and share.
That too. So this is the RAGIN variant, based on characters by Nita and Meredith. So this is the one that you had a special code out. So tell us
Yes.
about that again, just so
So-
in case all the stragglers that are coming in now.
There it is in the chat now.
So, if you want this variant and you're like, you know what, 10 euros is a bit too much for me, which is like $12 with low shipping, thank you, Critical Blast. It's 50% off during this stream. So if you want Love and Cora and you're like $12 is too much for me, yeah, you can get it for $6 with this cover right now.
Yeah, so there you go. So if you want to take advantage of the discount code, you have less than a half hour to do that. So get on top of that, because that's a really funny cover too. You know, so that's a fun cover.
Yeah.
So who's next on the list here, the variant cover list?
So
Give me a second,
that would
sorry.
be
All right, here we go.
that would be Kimmy Comics, and she is a artist friend of mine from the Netherlands. She was working on her own series of comics as well, and does comics by work for hire. So she's really getting up there, and she just has such an intricate and just beautiful style. And I was like, hey, you want to do a variant? And she's like, hell yes. So
it has a very like children's book quality.
yes,
To it. Like you could do like an entire like not a like a picture book just with this style. You know, it's
a beautiful cover.
Very nice. Yeah,
It's
it
a
really
yes.
is.
beautiful cover.
Right.
Yeah.
And look, somebody who doesn't know how to use the StreamYard.
Oh no!
Get
Is
in
this a
here. I sent
challenge?
you a link.
Send him another one.
So
No,
let's
I sent him
so
the link.
this one.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, so this cover by Ariel Black, I have to give a shout out to him for
Tails.
doing an Arthur Adams
Right.
homage. I mean, it's
Yes.
like for
Yeah,
any. I mean, to go straight to Arthur Adams to try to imitate that style, it's like Godspeed, sir.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My favorite part about this one when
Yeah.
I got the sketch back, and it had the writing in there, as a placeholder, and just the mansplaining. Actually, it made me happy. It made me giggle so hard.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's like because just to see all that little detail and whatnot
Yes.
in it, it's just like, dude, you just
Yeah.
had to challenge yourself like that, right?
Holy crap. Okay. Like, I love every single color, every single
Aha.
color in here.
Right.
But
Aha!
when it comes
Welcome,
to
Sir.
sir.
this guy down there,
How's
wow.
it going, dudes?
Hey.
There we go. What up, dude?
So
That's
introduce
it.
yourself.
Hi, I'm Aria. I'm not looking so pretty today, so I'm not going to come on camera.
Oh, that's
That's
okay.
okay.
We're none of us.
Thank
are
God, I
looking
was
pretty
worried
today.
I was gonna have competition with the hair.
Except for Nita. Nita's the only
Yeah.
one who got dolled
Yeah.
up for this.
But, well, congratulations, Mike. The book looks great. I've already read it because you sent me the little Google Drive link beforehand, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. I like these crazy little creatures you've come up with, and
Yeah.
I would thoroughly encourage everyone who's in the chat right now to back the book, give it a chance. I think Life on Core is pretty sick. It's a good idea.
Thanks, man. And thank you so much for the awesome work. Like, it still makes my jaw drop.
So,
So what inspired you to do this piece?
have you seen Arthur Adams is my favorite artist, right? So that's the reason why I'm like into his style. But he drew a cover for Cyberfrog back in the day, and I didn't copy the the composition, but the way he
Okay.
put leaves and the roots. Of
Oh
the
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
and it was actually really fun, and I'm super proud of this piece, and it would be really cool to see a bunch of people purchasing this version of the comic. I'd love to see some people having this when they talk.
No, absolutely. It's like no pressure, everybody in the chat.
No pressure.
Feel
What?
free.
It's a good choice.
Yeah,
It's a
but it's like
fantastic
really,
cover.
yeah.
It's a fantastic cover.
So who's the next? Who's the next cover here? Now the thing is, it's like I love the tone of this one, Mark.
It's
so
I mean,
dark.
like it really went with a horror vibe for this one.
Yeah, I wanted to do that, but also make sure that it was a Life on Cora cover. So yeah, I tried to put my style in there. I wanted to put some horror, and I told Mike that I wanted to make a different kind of creature there. And yeah, I just inspired myself into those. What's the ah, those fishes, snake-like fishes that
Lamprey?
grab.
Those,
Yeah,
Lamprey?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I
the
wanted to
shark.
bring that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lamprey, and yeah, I wanted to put some horror in there, but without going away from Life on Korra. So yeah, I
the,
enjoyed. I was dying
I
to
am
make this because it was my first cover I did for someone. So I was very honored and proud to make this.
mate, you rocked it.
you
Absolutely. Like,
did.
Thank you.
yeah, once I got
I
the sketch back, I was like, whoa, dude, that's scary as fuck.
right because I mean he pushed it right to the edge. Like this is still an all ages
Yes.
cover, but it's just that
Yeah.
edge of darkness right there.
Right.
I mean you took it there, man. It's just right there. Any
You
more
nailed
terror
it.
here, and this is not going to work. It was
I mean,
perfect.
yeah, it's like I like that it really does bring home the actual like a real sense of danger to what
Yes.
these creatures have to face on a daily basis. Like, yeah, they're all cute and stuff, but there's some things that aren't cute.
Yeah,
I mean, they're this big, you know, like
Right.
they're literally like from my thumb, like my pointer finger to my thumb. You know, they're tiny.
You
So
have
yeah,
huge
this
hands,
really
man.
shows it.
So
And I'm
let's see.
going-
So let's who's this one? Who's
Oh
this
gosh,
one?
please do tell us about this
Who could
one.
it be?
It's Her Royal Highness. What?
Right. Well,
Yeah.
so this is my variant cover, and I really do have to thank Mike Jimmy for the opportunity to do this because it's so different than what I'm used to. Actually, it's like I've done a bunch of variant covers, some of them that have yet to be published, and so far everybody's been challenging the heck out of me, and this one was no different. I mean, it's like, I'm so used to people asking, for like, pinups and stuff. But man, you guys want to put me through my paces. you know,
I really didn't mean
so,
to. I wanted you to have
Right.
fun.
right. And that's exactly what it is. I wanted to, it's like, I just wanted something really like, like fun and very, I don't know, just very like a welcoming piece to the world. And yeah, it's like, okay, so my trees are not Arthur Adams inspired, but I think I really got the vibe that I was looking for stylistically
Yes.
with this.
No,
Like
you,
it has
you
like
nailed
almost
it.
like an animated feel with it. Oh, and that's the thing too. You've been playing around with animation too. Didn't you do like a little
Yes.
animated thing on your Facebook?
I did a tiny 1 second animation, which took me literally all day, and I have even more respect for animators now. Of like Atsi, so the little plushie, flying around the core, and that took me so much time and so much effort. Holy crap! Like
It
hands
was
down,
awesome though.
so much respect for. Yeah, I loved it. But man, what a work!
NFT.
No, no.
Do it.
Now, of course, everyone wants to see this next one. This is the one. It's like now, it's like keep the squealing to a minimum in the chat now.
It's
this
so
one is awesome
beautiful.
too.
Yeah. So yeah. So this one was just like this is like where Marv took it one end. This is like all the way on the other.
All the way down the other end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about this cover.
So Gladys Peanut is another Dutch friend of mine who does Cutie Squad, and so she like her whole brand is cute creatures that you're seeing in the background there. And I was like, hey, would you like to do a variant cover for Life of Korra? Because like with these kinds of creatures, you're gonna go insane, and I know you are. And she sent me like she barely showed anything while working on it, and then she got it back to me, and yes, I squealed As a 28-year-old man, I squealed, and I'm proud of it. Because, oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Jesus
It,
Christ.
it,
I just became a
she,
creeper.
Okay, Nita, if
And
you
then
want
Mike
your
showed up and the rest of
NFTs,
us squealed.
if you want your NFTs, go to Cutie Squad.
So this one is kind of like a more painterly, you know, it's like kind of like less comic, more, I don't know, more illustrative type. So tell us about this one.
So Sean Howe does the Sean Zilla show on late nights on Wednesdays in America. So early morning for me, and I usually hang out in the chat. And he does it over at Creators Outlet with William Pace, and he was like, "Yeah, Mike, when am I gonna get a variant cover?" To which my reaction was, "Well, do it then."
Oh,
And honestly, it is so separate from all the other ones. But on the other hand, it also catches my own style combined with the traditional art so well that I'm like, yeah, no, this really holds its own. And so like because of the way it's illustrated and everything, and I know it's traditional art, he only does traditional art. Like I have even more respect on it. It's such a an interesting piece compared to the whole roster, and it just stands out.
you know what it reminds me of? It's like when you go to a museum, and which I guess fits the tone. It's like, and you see like the bones and stuff, or the
Yes.
fossils, and then they have the little picture on the side
Yes.
that kind of like the artist's rendition of that fossil, if it were like alive and whatnot. So that's what it kind of reminds me of. So it fits the, I guess, like the anthropological angle of the entire Cora series.
And it just shows off Sean's talent because you're just so used to
Yes.
seeing him just paint these gorgeous figures and stuff, and he just comes in and he brings it to life.
And it's like,
Great.
let me show you my talents.
Like,
Yeah,
wow.
exactly.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like everybody, you know, like I guess like everybody who did a variant, and you know, and even yourself. It's like it's all like us trying to do something different with the material. Just
Yes.
which is always fun to watch. So it's like, so not only can you get the plushie, but also you can get the previous issues if
Here we go.
So-
All 4 of them.
but the thing is, though, each one of these issues is a standalone, right? It's not like you need
Yes.
all 4 to kind of understand what's going on.
No, you literally only need the intro page. So you got issue 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one is by Kimberly Kovac, who's currently in the chat, in the stream. So, but literally all you need is this introduction page, and from there you're instantly in the story. It's instantly about the creatures. It's about the world and what they are seeing, what they are living through. And yes, for this one, let me move over to a box over there.
There's always boxes.
There's always boxes. Because Nina pointed it out, and I cannot deny the beauty of this one.
Wow.
She did
Yeah.
the variant cover for Love of Cora 4,
that's
and I love this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Aria got his one.
All hail Brazilian Dave.
Hail!
Alrighty, me babbers.
Hail! Hail, me babbers!
I will add one thing as a writer. I am finding out that a lot of just working with another writer that we actually, to Life on Cora has actually become a very big puzzle piece for us, because it's a world that was created, but now you're starting to dive into all these different adventures. And within these new stories, you're also learning something new about how the world functions. Because from my stories in particular, I have started to really look at day and night cycles, and also how the weather works, because it affects it actually intertwines with my characters and my stories. So you're actually, every new story you get with these new characters, you're actually getting another piece of the puzzle as to how this world functions as a whole.
Oh, that's cool. So that way, it's like even though each issue is an individual story, when read together as a whole, you get like a more overreaching,
Yes.
I guess, understanding of the world that
Yes.
that is being portrayed here. Yeah. So okay, so here we go. So we have our stretch goals, which look, at the rate you're going, you're going to be hitting these really really shortly. So
I hope so.
so okay,
Yeah.
so okay, so what do we have what are we looking forward to with the stretch goals?
So, for the first 3 stretch goals, we're going to get an extra bookmark for free with your order. And these will have a creature on the front, which is displayed here. And then on the back, you're going to get a lot of extra world building about them. So we're actually going to get the sizes, where they live, what kind of rituals they have, like all the background stuff that you don't need for a story, but does make them make sense in the entire world.
And then well, we have stickers too.
Yeah.
So of course, everyone's gunning for the €3,000 one, where everyone gets.
I am. I want those cuties.
Those are wicked. I love those.
Yeah. So and so these are I guess like so the thing is the important thing about Critical Blast though. So Critical Blast, they're allowing you to ship to the United States, right, without killing yourself, right?
Well, without killing my backers, essentially.
There you go.
So,
right.
Yeah, because it's about €30, so about $35 to $38 to send a single package. And we're talking, your standard Gemini mailer.
Yeah.
But if I send a 50-pound gigantic box filled with comics and plushies and whatever that needs to be in there, it's only €125. And I ship it over to RJ. He puts it all in boxes. He sorts it all out. And then he ships it within the United States. And suddenly, instead of paying like €30, you only have to pay $9.
Wow,
So
that's a huge difference. Yeah.
that is such a gigantic difference. On Live on Cora 4, we managed to save €700 from our backers just by using him. Going through him.
Wow.
And so it's and yeah, the shipping is a little higher than on Lava Cora 4 because there's plushies that need a bigger box, which means higher shipping, and there's a lot more variants, and shipping went up again.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I'm sorry, but you're still paying less shipping than a single issue of the comic. So
right.
that is literally.
So if you're in the United States and you want to get in on this crowdfunder, you don't have to worry about the shipping being so onerous that it keeps you from back end. Because there we go. Yeah, Joe is always keeping an eye on campaigns for us here. So there you go. So you're 68%. So you're probably going to fund in probably like the next, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes.
I'd like to.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
So yeah, at the rate you're going, you'll do fine. So this being your fifth crowdfunder? Fifth, right? We're on the fifth. Right?
No, this is by now this is my 10th or so.
Oh wow, okay, but this.
Yeah, because I've organized anthologies before. I've had another series that has been discontinued because the writer and I didn't come along all that well. But I did make 2 issues from that. And yeah, I've been at it for a while. We've tried publishing a different series by a different creative team before as well. And he the guy could not stand the stress that crowdfunding brought.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
my ex, who was, my business partner originally, couldn't handle either. So everything was on my shoulders.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, I cannot do this anymore. This project is completely yours again.
Right.
And I'm really sorry about that. But then there's of course the Radiant site, which we didn't hit our goal for, but we're gonna make anyway. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. I'm pretty experienced by now, even though it doesn't look like it.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like I said before. It's like before the show that it's like it doesn't matter how many Kickstarters or crowdfunders you do.
Yeah.
It always feels like the first one.
Oh yeah.
So what? So I guess like a general crowdfunding question. So going through the experience. So all the experiences that you had with crowdfunders. So what's the one takeaway so far? That what did you learn that you applied to this one that you learned?
Do live shows.
Ah, that okay.
And
Yeah.
pre-launch push.
Yeah. So you hear that, everybody? If you want to start a crowdfunder, you want to do a successful crowdfunder, the live shows and the pre-launch.
Live shows
I can vouch
promote
for
the hell
that,
out
yeah.
of it. And whatever people are saying about you spamming, it's your page, it's your channel, it's your whatever. They don't have to say anything about it.
It's your
And if
money.
they don't like it, goodbye.
Exactly.
What the
Yeah.
hell
Oh,
is
yeah,
this? What the what?
Please avoid stress. That's like my normal state of being.
Yeah.
Stress keeps me alive, man.
Exactly.
Well, it's I mean, it's like, but there's always going to be the stress of a crowdfunder because it's like, especially when you hit that plateau period that everybody
my
goes
God.
through, no matter how you could have a 2-day crowdfunder and there's going to be 7 hours
In the middle,
that's going to
we're like,
plateau.
What?
You know,
Just $1.
so, yeah.
$1 makes it back.
Yeah, really. It's just it's crowdfunding. It's crowdfunding equals stress. That's all it is.
Yes.
That's what it
It's
is.
stress
Yeah.
before, it's stress during, and it's even more stress after.
Right,
But,
exactly.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Jens, I would watch you live. Your accent is adorable.
Oh, there you go. That
Dave, thank you so much for your pledge. You are awesome, sir.
Your most
And
generous contribution, Your Majesty.
Dave,
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the bargain bin on Monday. That's going to be awesome.
here's a good segue. Do you guys mind if I do a little shameless plug for the bargain bin?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
Go ahead, dude.
Out.
Actually,
So-
we have a couple of minutes left, so I guess we might as well just start wrapping up here. So go ahead, Arya.
Well, no need to wrap up on my account, but on Monday we're going to have Mike on the bargain bin, and I don't know if anyone has seen the first stream we did with Mike, the infamous penis fish stream. But
Yes.
part 2 of that is going to be.
We're going to do part 2 of the penis fish.
Yeah.
Right.
Penis Fish 2, the
Well,
return.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing we're an afternoon show. But it's evening in Europe, and the Europeans are weird like that, so we'll
Yes,
let it
we are.
slide.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Yes,
I
we
will
are.
admit to that.
So Marv, so
Share
Arya,
the link in the chat.
yeah, so where can we find you if we want to see more of your tailless goodness?
Oh, hell yeah. So, if you want to look for my book, go to Indiegogo and search for Tail-Lex, and you'll find it'll be the first thing that pops up. It's The Adventure of Tailless in Outer Space. It is the coolest book currently out of CG Wales right now. There aren't many, to be fair, but the title still stands. So, go check out Tailless on Indiegogo. And if you want to catch the bargain bin stream with Mike on Monday, 8 p.m. UK time, that's 4 p.m. Eastern, then head on over to my YouTube channel to search for on any social media, just search for @Aria_Blackness and you'll find me.
And go give his comic some love. You
Not on
saw
Twitter.
how
You
well
won't
it
let me
looks.
Yeah,
back.
if you enjoy like classic Neil Adams style artwork along with Arthur Adams, because that's what Taylor reminds me of. It reminds me of like Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah.
But I think that was like Neil Adams and Michael Golden, I think it was. But it's like really like classic looking stuff, and it's just like amazing. So it's like, yes, if you want to check out that book.
Oh, you guys.
Was it The Adventures of Taylor? You know, I mean, it's like, look, you happen to pick some of the most advanced artists to imitate. So, like I said, God bless you, sir.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, and it shows. So, okay, Marv, so where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on not on Twitter because I just lost track of everything on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, and on Facebook. Just hashtag the Sin Killer comic book or Gabriel Reaper of Souls because my real name is very difficult to say, even for me sometimes. And yeah, the Sin Killer is coming back, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And thank you, Mike, for this opportunity to make my first cover for someone. It was a
Dude,
blast.
thank you for the
And,
work.
Yeah,
man. Anytime, next time, I'll be here if you want to another cover for Life on Cover 6. So
Well,
I'm just saying.
we'll see. You know, you're in my roster, so.
Good. So yeah, thank you for having me here, everybody.
All right. So,
Always a pleasure, Marv.
so Miss Silver Lugia, it's Kim, right? I think.
Yeah, the name's Kim.
Okay.
It's just my name I use online.
Oh, okay. I just want to. It's like I was pretty sure it was Kim, but it's like with
Yeah.
everything going on, it's like everything goes in one ear and out the other with me. So excuse me if I forgot for a second what your name
Oh, that's fine.
was. Oops. So where can we find you?
I'm on Twitter with the same username. I post a lot of my work on there for my writing because I'm also working on 2 web novels right now. So I have the web novels there. I have the information when it comes to go working on Life on Cora, and I also am working on now becoming a voice actor. So I also post my voice acting stuff on there as well.
Sweet.
Nice.
Oh, very nice, very nice. You know, so Mike, Jimmy, so what's the final tally at the end of the show? Nita or Mike?
Let
you
me
see your-
refresh.
I'm coming.
Right.
I have no idea.
There we go. So 393 6 backers. Thank you very much. I hope you're all taking
You guys
advantage of
are
that
awesome.
special code.
Wow.
You have
That's awesome.
a little bit left to use that special code to get the RAGIN variant cover at 50% off. So
With my dude.
Right, exactly. So Mike, so where can everybody find you along aside from Indiegogo right now?
Look for Fairies and Ants. You will find us on Facebook, Twitter. You will find us on Instagram too, but I'm not active there. So sorry, guys. Of course, Live on Core 5 on Indiegogo. Currently, you know, that is just going to be spammed everywhere, and I hope you will share the word. That always means it means a lot, even if you cannot pledge yourself.
Yes, definitely.
And yeah, just help me get as many eyes on it as possible. And I try and do the same for every crowdfunder that I find around me. So, you know, help and return a favor.
So we've just reached the end of our show and another successful campaign on the way. So thank you very much for everybody in the chat for keeping it lively. And so I guess it's like we're ending it right here. So again, my name's Daphne Lage, and you can head over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWRKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites. posts. But I mostly post to Facebook if you are interested in seeing sketches and work in progress and all that behind the scenes stuff. And you can also check out my YouTube channel for how-to videos and reviews and the occasional rant that people keep insisting are quite entertaining. So
yes, they are.
Right?
They are.
So Nita, do you have anything?
Yeah, my name is Nita Lanning. You can find me all over as Creating Chaos 24/7 or on Twitter at C_Chaos247. I'm probably the only person in the room that isn't followed back by Aria Black, but we'll forgive this.
Gotta fix. Someone's gotta fix that.
You guys head over to Indiegogo right now and check out Life on Cora 5. Give Mike Jimmy some love, and I'm going to throw the dudes, and we're going to get out of here.
Right. So my final words, as always, because everybody loves it so much.
Oh yeah.
Buy independent comics, especially ours.
That's a t-shirt.
Hey there. This is Meredith Loughran with RAGIN. And I wanted to let you know that we encourage and promote independent creators and their projects through organic interaction, consultations, and more. Visit Nita and me at RAGINAVC.com for details and contact information.